So I'm going to start off by saying I know this video is not in my shop like usual, but we're just going to have to deal with what we got for this one. So now on to the video. I got this Yeti Tundra 65 for my birthday. I really love it. It's a great cooler. But one thing I noticed is that it does weigh a good bit, especially when it's completely loaded down. You can carry it with one person, but it's really better if you have two. So I got online and I started looking at sets of wheels and little cart things for them, but they were a few $100s. And I just really wasn't sure I could get exactly what I wanted. So I dug around and I found some more metal bed frames, and I was able to construct my own little Yeti rolling cart. And this video is just going to be a quick little overview of it, so you can build your own if you want to. So I figure we'll just start from the top and go down. As I mentioned, this cart was made from bed frames, so it's kind of like the cousin to the $10 welding cart. So if you have scrap metal laying around, you can easily build this. Believe it or not, the most expensive part were the wheels. So what we've got here is just the bed frame angle iron. I measured it and cut it to size for my cooler, so if you're building one, you'll obviously want to measure the size of yours. And I even was able to use the little tabs where the bed frame connects to the headboard. That's kind of like a little support to keep the cooler from falling down inside it. Then obviously on the whole thing I've got some pipe insulation just from Lowe's that keeps it from getting scratched and dinged up. To pull it, I went to Harbor Freight and I actually found this. It's a handle for a moving dolly, like those little wooden things that you can pull around. It's about $7 or $8 and I thought it'd be absolutely perfect, so I just welded it on there. I didn't bother with the screws or anything. I guess I could have used U-bolts, but I figured I didn't need to take it off. And I actually put it on upside down because it's designed to go underneath the dolly, but I wanted it to be able to lay down like this. So as you can see, I also put the pipe insulation on there to keep it from whacking the cooler and scratching it up. Now for the wheels, I originally was going to put caster wheels on all four corners, but then I decided to go with this stanced look. These wheels are from Harbor Freight. I believe these were about $10 each. So this is easily the most expensive part of the whole thing with these front caster wheels. I've just got them attached onto the frame there. Pretty good quality wheels. They roll decently well. I painted one side black. I should do the other one so it matches. But the hardest part for me of this design was deciding how to do the back axle, because I didn't want to use one solid piece of rod, although I probably should have. And once again, Harbor Freight was having these wheels on sale. I believe they're either 8 or 10 inches. They were on sale for $5.99. So what I ended up doing, I'll just move around. I ended up just taking another length of angle iron here and just putting it around the perimeter of the frame, or I guess perimeter it's not really the right word, but around the edge of the frame. And the wheels use a 5/8 inch axle, if that's the size hole it is. So I've got a 5/8 by either 3 or 3.5 inch bolt going on here with a washer underneath it, and to that I just welded a 5/8 inch coupler nut onto this little frame and used the impact to attach the two. Did the same thing on that side. So I actually think it works really well. I mean, obviously this is the weakest part of the whole thing, but when I go home next I'm going to take another length of bar and put it so it sort of distributes the weight a little bit better, because this obviously is where all the weight of the whole thing goes, and when you've got something like this with a cooler sitting on it, people seem to be intrigued to just like sit on it and use it as somewhere to sit, so we definitely don't want that to be the failure point. So like I said, originally I had thought of doing those casters on all four corners, but I decided to go with the stanced look because I figured I want to be able to take it over some uneven terrain. So this is what it looks like when it's all set up. And the bed frame had plenty of holes in it just where things were, but you also could cut holes. So when I do it, usually I have the cooler on here, and then you can pile on lawn chairs or whatever else you're taking along with you, and then just strap the whole operation down and roll. So this is how the whole thing turned out, and I'm really thrilled with it. It pulls really well. All four wheels touch the ground at the same time, so for me that was an accomplishment. And it's just really an all-around great thing to build. So if you're struggling with a heavy cooler or a long walk with a heavy cooler, here's an idea for something you can do. It's a heck of a lot cheaper than what you'll find online to build. So thanks for watching. Leave your comments if you liked it. See you in the next video.